It was 10 years ago that Paul and I first found ourselves in Las Vegas. We were called to Meadows Fellowship, and I remember the first time we drove by Alexander, the property. It was 5 acres. We told the church council we believe God's called us to pastor a church of about 600 people, and that we would do that effectively. The church council agreed. They scaled back their vision to put a sanctuary that seated around 800 people, and we set out to dream about using the 5 acres we have now. What that did was allow us to see how we can invest God's resources, God's money, from trying to erect an 800-seat sanctuary to using God's finances to reach the community, reach the world with the gospel of Jesus Christ. So we modified our sanctuary to sit about 300. We erected a CE building, and almost immediately, children's ministry exploded. In that time of building this CE building that we have now, we were able to help families in needs that were losing their houses or out of work. And I think there was a period of, 18 months, Meadows Fellowship, during that building program, was giving away over $50,000 in resources and keeping houses intact. And God was so faithful. Then it was in 2010, Ronnie and Portia came in the scene, and we began to see some further growth in our church attendance. And our total of 5 acres was not totally used for ministry. So we began to see, how can we add what we currently have, and without trying to build a big building, what can we do to resource the blessing God has for us here at Meadows Fellowship? Then we sat down, Ronnie and I, and we just brainstormed on our wish list on what we wanted to have in this property. We talked about expanding the parking, great room
For the kids building, playground,
a playground.
a
You're right.
turf area for the kids to play.
Right.
Maybe we wanted shade
You're right.
added for the outside.
We also wanted a sound system.
Just the other upgrades, like a new chairs and new carpets.
So those were the things we had put on our list and said, you know what, let's aim for that.
So what my dad and I had to do was we had to prioritize. All those things on that wish list were good, but we couldn't do them all at once. But the number one priority needed to be our kids and our young family. We decided let's invest it towards our families. Let's put up a playground for the kids. Let's put up a grassy area or turf area for there to be free play area for kids to have fun with. Let's put up shade structures so that we can actually enjoy the outdoor project with some much needed shade in our Las Vegas heat. We also said let's put a parking lot up so that there would be no hardship for parking. And we wanted to expand our already existing kids building so that there was never going to be an issue with spacing for our kids department. And so what we did after prioritizing in that way, we were able to put together a plan that was a $750,000 project that we were actually able to complete without doing one single fundraiser. We had no capital campaign. We were able to pay for it all internally from the generosity of Meadows Fellowship's members and attenders. But here we are, about 5 years later, and all of those things that we backburnered, they're just 5 years older, and all of them still need upgrading. So what we did is we brought in a consultant firm, and with this consultant firm, we came up with a plan that I believe is simple and high quality, but is not showy or overblown. It's within our budget, and I think it's within the church culture that is already here. This plan that we have involves a brand new sound system that is going to be state-of-the-art, but not overly expensive. Also giving this entire sanctuary a completely revamped look from front to back, from new carpet and chairs and paint to also a new triple screen setup for our presentations that'll be very inviting and very comfortable. It's a fantastic plan that I think is going to set us up to be completed in our property for the next 15 to 20, 25 years. And we want all this to get done to stay within the Meadows current culture, rather than something showy or overblown, something modest and that wouldn't encumber us with debt like a $2.5 million building that was the original plan. It's Portia and I's desire for Meadows Fellowship to continue to be the place that my dad and mom have established here, that this place will be a safe place to hear a dangerous message, a safe place where all ages can enjoy a pleasant environment to come to and hear the dangerous message of God's radical grace and the life-transforming power of the gospel. So please join us join Portia and I and my folks in believing for God to provide for this plan. I truly believe that this is of the Lord, and I ask you to join in.